Ahead of Wednesday night's debate, the Obama campaign is again targeting Mitt Romney's record at Bain Capital. The campaign is deploying a group of ex-employees of companies that were shut down by Bain. Now, those workers are going to be campaigning for the president starting tomorrow. And look here, doing so in the crucial battleground states of Ohio, Wisconsin, and Florida. Those workers also starring in a new Obama campaign web video. Take a look.
One day we had a job, and the next day we didn't.
I understand if you got to cut back, layoffs. I mean, that's part of the business. We've accepted that over the years when we were there. But you don't come in and just take everything everybody's got and destroy a business. I mean, that's what they did.
Randy Johnson is also featured later in that Obama campaign ad. He and 200 other workers lost their jobs when Bain shut down the American Pad and Paper Company in Marion, Indiana back in 1995. Sir, it's good to have you here, and as we say, you're going to be, you're in that ad, but you're also going to be campaigning personally for the president this week. Explain to all of us why, after 17 years, you lost your job 17 years ago because of Bain. Why do you feel so passionately about this now, to involve yourself and insert yourself in this presidential election like you are?
Well, I think the main reason is what I seen 17 years ago. I seen Mitt Romney doing the same exact campaigning when he was running for Senate against Ted Kennedy, mischaracterizing his business, his record. I think it's important for the American people to be informed and educated, so I continue to do this. He's caused this to happen by running for president. I wouldn't be out here doing it today if it wasn't for him.
You also spoke at the Democratic National Convention. People may recognize you from that, saying to fault Mitt Romney for, quote, making money without a moral compass. Do you really think that he lacks a moral compass? I mean, in America, capitalism is king, correct? So when coming down to a moral compass, do you think that it's basically about the almighty dollar and not so much about you, the employee?
Well, I think it's definitely about the almighty dollar, as you say it, but I think it's beyond that. I also said in the speech I didn't think he was necessarily a bad man. I was talking only about his morals in business and the way he does business, the way he talks about how he created jobs, when in fact Bain Capital technically never employed more than about 400 people themselves. They invested in companies so they could walk away easily. He never had a chance to really see the people or be involved personally, hardly at the shop floor level or in the business level. He sent out managing directors.
Randy, I want to get this in because the Romney campaign just issued a statement to us saying that Governor Romney built Bain Capital by fixing broken companies and helping new ones grow. With unemployment still over 8%, America has a choice between 4 more years of President Obama's failed economic agenda or Governor Romney's plan to create 12 million new American jobs. When you hear something like that and know that the bipartisan Congressional Budgetary Office, the CBO, has already slated that over the next 4 years 12 million jobs are going to be added to our economy, what does it say to you about what the Romney campaign wants to bring to an American economic platform?
Well, I think you bring up the point that all Americans are looking for, the two different plans. We're having a hard time figuring out what Mitt Romney's plan really is, the real substance of it. How are you going to do it? Tell us exactly. And that was always the problem with his business plan. We never got to see it as workers. We couldn't tell if we could help him or hurt the company. You didn't know. He keeps everything in the dark. That's why it's private. You know, private equity, you can't tell that. The president's plans, I think, is what I'm looking at, is growing from the middle out. And I think by doing that, it goes back to the one basic thing, taxation. And people don't like to talk about that, but a fair taxation and giving tax breaks to those that create jobs and businesses in this country will grow jobs faster than anything else. No one's talking about that. They're talking about how do we help the rich if you're Romney, or how do we put more tax on the rich? Well, if they're investing overseas, investing in offshore accounts, they shouldn't be getting tax breaks. They should get them for creating jobs and businesses in this country, and in turn people will pay taxes and get off unemployment.
I just want to correct myself to make sure I said it correctly. The CBO is nonpartisan, so I get that out properly. Randy Johnson, thank you, sir. I appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.